Call me Quirky. Quirky! Thank you. Holy crap! What is the guy who's taking the picture standing there naked? That's my picture. Oh. There was a short period of time in my life where I was unemployed because I got fired from my job. And I was drinking wine and watching soaps. And I realized that this was not a good combination. You'll enjoy it. It gets better. Today is a sit around and yak day. I think we're just gonna have a bitch session today. Well, sometimes you need to bitch about stuff. Hi!
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Welcome everybody. Thanks for coming in. It is Tuesday. It's Tuesday, and we're here back in the makeshift office where I've been working. We've been working. It's not just me, but I do.
I'm not always in here.
But there you go.
It's like there's so much effing stuff to do.
There's a lot of effing stuff to do. There you go. As you guys may not know, or you people who are here don't know, but if you don't know, ask. We're moving and we're trying to get shit together. There you go. Let's go to the chat, shall we?
Hey, we're here.
I'm here. Yeah, it's about damn time. Reserved for Lawn Care.
Patrick! It's been so long since we've seen you, dude.
For those of you who don't know, Patrick and Veronica
made a surprise trip
for this weekend, and
last minute.
I put his ass to work. We'll just call it that.
I don't think that you put him to work as so much as he volunteered.
He did.
Let's put responsibility where it lies.
That's true. He did volunteer. So thank you again, Patrick, for a lovely mowing of the lawn and other things that you did.
So much so that our neighbor had to mow yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, you shamed our neighbor.
We just have this running inside joke that, and he kind of knows about it, but he doesn't really care.
It's a thing, right? Your neighbor mows the lawn, and then it's like, oh shit, I have to mow my lawn.
So it's like, who mowed the lawn first?
Yeah, so whoever mows the lawn first gets to set the
think
standard.
Last year he was like the one that mowed it first. We're like, shit, now we gotta mow the lawn.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. Oh, the XP thingy. Yep. Still getting it. You have to shut off your version of that.
TC told him.
Yes, it's not us.
But he may like the points that don't matter.
Well, maybe he does. Yeah. I'm always for points that don't matter. TC, welcome, buddy.
Hi,
how
honey.
you doing? Yep, you got to shut it off yourself unless you like,
TC, did you ever get the picture that Patrick sent you on Instagram? I'm dying to know.
You better go check.
Because I don't know that you responded.
Never saw a response, and I haven't looked lately, so there you go. Welcome, dear Ethel. Greetings and salutations to you as well, my friend. Thank you.
Hi, all our things in Texas.
Wildflowers here. Hello, 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 darling. How are you? Hopefully everything's going well for you as well. And the man, the myth, the legend, No Money G is here.
Dun, 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 dun.
Exactly. Welcome, buddy. Welcome. Greg, you are always welcome. Let's see. Hello, hello, hello. I think we caught everybody. Let me look. Yep. Everybody's saying hey. You Googled how to turn it off. So I don't see it now either. Good. Yeah, it is a little tricky. It's one of the things you got to turn off yourself. If you really want the points and you want to just play with that, that's cool. If you want to keep track of who in the chat is getting more points than you, then there you go. We don't see it anymore.
Oh, so TC wasn't going to dignify it with a response. Dude.
Oh.
So you leave us all hanging?
Yeah, it was a trolling picture. It really was a trolling picture. You're absolutely right.
It was his idea.
We're blaming him. We're blaming him.
Just throw him under the bus.
Yep.
So he forgot a couple things too, and now he has to come back and claim them.
Yeah, he does. He will have to.
It was our evil plan all along.
Whoa. There you go. Yep. There you have it. Saying hello. That's his idea. Yeah, exactly.
So did you ever have it where you have somebody that you love and adore and they come visit?
Oh.
And it goes really fast and then you're really sad afterwards?
I thought this was going to turn into something else.
Well, no.
Okay, good. Well, yeah, visits are too short, always.
This one definitely was.
Yeah. So thank you again, Patrick, for coming.
And thank you for test running the airbed.
Yeah. The maiden voyage of the air mattress was had. We realized after they shifted things around a little bit that putting it up on totes was not the best idea. This is way too high and way too soft and squishy, I think. I don't know.
I think that the whole
falling out of bed,
sliding. It was not
Flip
stable
side
on the
anyway.
toes.
We have to get those.
We're gonna figure it out.
We're gonna figure it out because getting off the floor with it on the it's not super on the floor, but if your knees are not the best, then you might not want to crawl off the
Such
floor.
sucky knees. Thanks, family. Thanks, familia DNA.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah.
a lot. I know,
Boogers.
right?
Apple says it's 78 degrees with
70.
76 per humidity. Oh boy. And it's
Debbie's
gonna
here.
rain all week.
Little Debbie's here. Say
Hey,
hello.
little
There
Debbie.
you go. No, you didn't.
And Greg has the same ones. Yes, they are 27-gallon.
These are the 27-gallon totes.
That
We
we
had
are
bought smaller
praying
ones.
We'll go through
They will.
just fine.
They will. Everybody said they will. They will. And I'm focused on that they will. These are the 27-gallon totes. We have to go pick up more of them because we have smaller totes that we bought earlier and realizing we could get away with 27s. And God knows you need
Oh,
to
we
clean
just
more
went
shit.
blurry. Oh, there. Now we're back in
The
focus.
camera does
Camera,
that.
stop doing that.
Camera, stop doing that. So yeah, they are, and they're great totes. They're just, and we can get 50 pounds in them, no problem. We realized, no problem.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I
Hello,
don't-
hello.
Patrick, he has dignity. He has moments of dignity.
Moments. His moments of dignity.
And don't forget his lovely Veronica also.
Oh yeah, let's not
So-
forget the old man. He was feeling his
took it-
age at some point.
You took it the wrong way.
Yeah, we meant that in the most loving, kind. That doesn't fly. He can see that face.
I know.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm just
I
saying.
know.
Just saying.
He knows I love
He
him.
sees the face.
He knows I love
He
him.
sees the face. So there you go. Yes, we do. So that's that.
And we got cookies.
and Veronica made cookies. So yeah, that was a good thing too.
Okay, Patrick, it wasn't. All right. So here's the deal.
Dude, take a break.
Dude,
Every
here's
10
the
minutes.
deal on that. I've trained her well, or she's just a very kind and considerate person, or both.
I
Because
try.
I used
try.
to mow the lawn,
I try.
and she would come out and get me some ice water.
Yeah.
Because at that time we had a gas mower, and if you turned the damn thing off,
You
it was
pay hell
hell
trying to get it started
it was
again.
hell trying to start it again, which is one of the reasons my right shoulder is crap.
Blame the mower. Blame the mower. Why not? Blame the mower.
Well, it's arthritis, but yeah, one of the many things I've done when I was younger is trying to start mowers, and that just wreaks havoc on your shoulders after a while.
If we were smart, because it had the thing where if you let the bar go, it stops, right? It's up on the handle. We should have just zippy tied that bitch up and left
Yeah, but it was automatic, so like just self-propelled, so it would just take off. You had to like,
Oh, I thought there was one to keep it running and then the other
I
one.
don't remember. I hated
Anyway.
that thing.
Yeah.
So now with the battery op, you can stop it and take breaks.
Yeah.
And not worry about starting again.
Yeah, and it's still self-propelled.
So
there you go.
you can't take that personally, Patrick. That's all. That's the point
Don't
of,
take
point
it
of that
personal.
rambling story.
Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal at all. So yeah. So there's that. New song from Prodigy. Zip tie that bitch up. Exactly. An AI song is available, I suppose. I'm sure. You can do damn near anything with AI now. Also, speaking of that, I put a video up, and thank you for those who commented on it. I was just playing around with a little AI.
Because everybody needs breaks.
Mhm,
See how I brought that back around?
Everybody needs a break. But I was just playing with it. That was not my voice on that video. It was an AI generated voice. I wanted to see exactly what AI would generate. My prompt for that was record collecting. And that was the only prompt I used. And then I picked
Well, you narrated it. You typed in what words you wanted it to speak.
It produced a script. And for you could tell it 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever, 10 minutes. And I said 1 minute, and it produced a script on record collecting. It put images in, and then I modified it to say things I wanted it to say. And I did modify a couple images, but that was it. It produced that whole script. It's scary, but it's just Googling at a fast rate, basically, is what it is. There you have it. And
Oh,
Greg said-
Patrick, it wasn't they stopped to you every 10 minutes, it was her because Veronica and I were busy
no
doing
worries.
other things.
Comment away because it was just a test, really. It was just a test to see how it worked. It wasn't anything I'm going to go lean toward heavy into in the near future. No, it wasn't any of that. I'm playing with it just to learn it, just so I'm not left behind in the dust. I don't know, but it's interesting to me, so I'm playing with it.
Okie dokie,
But yeah,
Smokey.
check it out and comment if you want. It would be probably better with a different voice, I would think. And you could just go in and the little laugh that she does, I didn't do that. It just threw that in there.
Which is kind of weird.
It's just strange. Yeah. How many totes? Wait a minute. Wait, where to go? So, how many totes are you taking with you? Do you have to take everything at one time? Yes. Yes, we do. And totes, the count of totes, the amount of totes, will be determined by the airline. So right now, the plan is, what we've heard works is Delta. If you fly first class, you get to carry on your normal carry-ons, but we'll be having cats as well.
Well, then you're down to a cat and a personal.
Okay. Your cat is your carry-on. We will be taking if you fly first class, you can take each person can take 2 check bags that are 70 pounds for free, up to 70 pounds. After that, you pay, and you can take up to 10 additional items. This is what I'm understanding?
Yes, but then it costs you.
But it costs you. You pay for those.
It starts going up in price.
And these are supposed to be the size that they allow. Their maximum, it's like shipping anything. It's the maximum accumulative size. So it has to be in 63 inches or something.
62.
62 inches. Thank you.
We'll
be taking probably as many as we can. So it's going to be probably 20 totes, possibly, depending. Now, around records, clothes, I have my record cleaning machine I'm taking 1, if not 2 turntables, some speakers, our computer monitors and computers, plus we have laptops. And what else are we taking? Your sewing stuff. She's got a serger and a sewing machine she wants to take, as well as, different things.
Hey, Mika!
Hey, look at you. Welcome, dear. And then you pick up rent a van at the airport. Probably.
Yeah.
So
either
we're going through a relocation service in Costa Rica. So we will probably let them know that we need to be picked up at the airport. And they better have a van. But they're not, they've done this before.
They know Costa Ricans that have these services and will pick you up in a van and transport you or whatever. So, yeah.
It'll be a van. It'll definitely be something big. If not a van, a large panel truck. I don't know. But anyway. And then we get to probably make arrangements with the Airbnb that we're staying at to actually keep the stuff there with us so we don't have to store it somewhere. So that'll be part of the fun.
Well, Ethel, a move like this where it cost a lot of money to do it with a cargo company.
Yeah.
Makes you realize that you don't need as much shit as you thought you did.
True.
Though we are still taking a lot of stuff.
We're taking a lot of shit. It's supposed to be because we collect music. It's the music collection that's going to probably take up a lot of the room.
Yeah, if we weren't so into music and stuff, then we would probably get a lot less.
Yeah.
But we'd probably substitute something else.
Probably. That's how it works. But yeah, it's interesting for sure. Everybody's saying, hey.
Yes, people do live in tiny houses.
Yeah, true.
It just depends on, and there's no judgment here. Trust me, there's no judgment. You do you, boo.
Yeah, it's not for everybody. It would be hard, especially if you have a lot of mementos, keepsakes, things. If you have a lot of hobbies, things like that can take up a lot of space. If you have a like woodworking as a hobby, suddenly you need to take all your woodworking tools, that kind of thing. So,
and there are people who put their items in storage, and now you're paying for storage and living someplace else.
Yeah.
In another country, let's say. So, we don't really want to do that.
No, we don't want to do that. Nope. 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 Doctor Who. Yeah, I know. Patrick showed me some interesting videos while he was here, for sure. I'm interested, Veronica. You're into Doctor Who. Speaking of Doctor Who, tell me, what do you think of the most recent last episode this season of Doctor Who? I'm interested in knowing.
I don't like how they ended it, not knowing if they're going to renew the series.
I've been decluttering because I have too much shit for it. Yeah, I know.
It's amazing how fast it accumulates,
It
isn't it?
is. Mm-hmm. It's up to make a sandwich. Think about that question, dear. Think about that question.
She's going to avoid that question.
She's going to avoid that question.
It's amazing, like, how much stuff. It's when she's just been cleaning out a 4-drawer plastic thing.
I asked you about what you thought of the Doctor Who season this last season. That's all. Anyway, it ended.
So it's when you, like, if you have an office space or whatever, and you have these like little 4-drawer plastic thingies you can pick up wherever.
Yeah.
And you suddenly realize that you have like a gazillion cords and like more ink pens than you should have ever owned in your entire life.
Ain't it the truth? Highlighters, ink pens. I also find I have a butt ton. Where'd they go? I don't have it here. Little razor knives and just things.
Well,
wires.
every time we went to,
I have a kabillion wires that I got with different things, and now I have a butt ton of the same type.
Well, don't get rid of those because we might need
I've got a drawer.
See, this is how you accumulate stuff. Don't get rid of it.
Got a drawer.
You might need it,
Mm-hmm.
especially when she just went through a whole bunch of she has faux pros, and
they're not GoPros. They're just fake faux pros.
So
GoPros, yeah.
She was telling me last night she's going through it, and she's like, I'm never going to use this stuff that came with it.
Oh, like different clippy little thingies that you mount to, mount it to a helmet, mount it to a whatever. But yeah, so I took the ones I think I would probably use. The rest are in a tote over here on my this tote right here.
A good rule of thumb, and
I'm
not the one that came up with it, is if you haven't touched it in 6 months.
Keeping you. Thank you.
Considering I pay for the
that does work, but it doesn't work because the seasonal nature of our lives here. Like I haven't touched, I don't know, my shorts in 6 months.
That does. I'm not talking about clothes per se.
Oh, okay.
But clothes are going to be an issue.
I haven't touched a rake in 6 months. Then
that's a different. Yeah, that's
seasonal.
Different.
That's
but
what I meant
when I'm talking about stuff in drawers, the clutter. Everybody's got a junk drawer, and then you open it, and you're like, why?
Why do I have this?
Because it was a pain in the ass to get rid of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, and the stupid stuff does sell. So we're getting a bucket of stuff over here on my right shoulder. Is going together for the sale to be cluttered into a bag and thrown into whatever. She's now looking at it.
Nice.
I am not going to spoil anything for you. Please, we'll talk when you've looked at it. There you go. That's fine. It sounds good to me. So yeah, so that's going on. What else is going on? So we had our scribe visitor.
Scanning old photos.
Mary is doing a lot of scanning of old photos, so she doesn't have to bring them with.
Going through personal paperwork.
A lot of personal paperwork. That's next for me. I haven't quite done that yet. Playing with the AI. What else are we doing? What else did I do? I've got. Thursday's our 500th show.
500 people.
500 episodes. 500.
Aren't we up to 4 years of doing this now?
Damn near. Well, yeah, that makes sense because it's 500 episodes twice a week. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Do the math. I'm not doing the math.
I'm not going to do it.
I'm not mathing on a Tuesday.
Don't math on a Tuesday. Yeah, so 500 episodes as of Thursday. So come on down. I can't say we're going to plan anything special.
Other than the estate
sale bingo, for sure. But yeah, just thought I'd bring that out there because it popped up as I was making thumbnails, and I'm like, well, charts. That's number 500. Wood paneling, exactly. Patrick has found his niche, and it's wood paneling.
Or niche.
That too.
Or niece.
Or niece. I don't know about that. But anyway.
Thanks, little Debbie.
Thank you, little Debbie.
How time flies when you're having fun.
It just blew me away.
It's the numbers. It's like, okay, I did 200. Okay, great. That's wonderful.
Holy shit.
And
ashtrays.
Cricket's voice. I'm thinking there's a lot of people who think we should look for Jesus.
Oh, there you go. The bingo winner should get a free trip to Costa Rica. Yeah.
Really?
Would you get on a plane if you won that? Would we be able to pay for that? No.
We're like low-level YouTubers. We don't.
A 2-hour show to celebrate. What?
Uh,
all bingo, all 2 hours? Multiple bingo, maybe?
You all got to work.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of you have to work.
But if they have to work, they can pop in and out. That's the idea.
Yeah, but
Yeah, Patrick really has a thing for wood paneling. It's kind of I don't know.
he didn't know he liked wood paneling.
Until we got into that.
Just saying.
Because we got nothing else. Exactly. We got nothing else going on right now. Why not? Let's do it.
Work.
I agree with that. The work can stay where it's at. Yeah. So what do you guys do this weekend? It has been seasonally interesting here. Cooler. I have the windows open in the afternoon because it's warm, and then when we leave them open at night, and then we wake up and it's cooler. So thus the long sleeves. Never knew my love of wood paneling. I know, right? Poor Patrick. You learn things late in life. He's a late bloomer for wood paneling.
He's learning.
66 right now. Is that what you're looking at?
Yeah.
The weather?
I'm glad it changed because it said 76. I'm like, there is
That's
no
a lie.
effing way
Liar.
that it is 76 out right now
Liar.
because I have a long sleeve shirt on. And no.
Let's see. I decluttered, upcycled, and consolidated inventory. I was way too productive. Yeah, go. Go, man. No, seriously. That's great. If they're compared to here. Yeah, weather-wise, you guys got it a lot warmer than we do. A lot warmer. 75, 45% humidity isn't bad. 90, 100% humidity. That's horrible. That's when even the coolest day feels kind of
like just put me in front of a fan and call it good. I'm not doing anything.
Thank you, baby. A fan, yeah. You're not doing anything.
So where are we moving? Someplace humid.
Well, yeah, but it's
And
not.
rainy.
It's not going to be. It's not
And
the
hot.
same.
And hot.
But it doesn't like do these wicked swings for one thing.
No, it's pretty consistent.
And if you're at higher elevation, it's cooler. It's not super.
You just keep telling yourself.
I know. I'm not packing a lot of long pants. I can tell you that.
No.
I'm not packing a lot of long sleeve sweatshirts or t-shirts or whatever. I'll tell you that. No jackets shall go with me. Maybe one light jacket.
Yeah.
I'm not bringing a winter coat. There ain't no use for that.
No.
Unless you want to stuff it and make it a pillow. Yeah, there's no reason. No rhyme. I'm getting rid of a lot of clothes, actually. I've got a lot of sweatshirts.
Yeah, that's the one thing that people
and
have
hoodies.
said is, why did I bring so many sweatshirts?
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to.
You don't need them. You don't need them. 91 and 70 humidity. I'll trade you, Patrick. No kidding. Wow. No.
And it's only the beginning of June.
I know.
It's 81 and 44% humidity.
Damn.
Guys.
A hard pass from Patrick there. With a capital A.
Well, it would have been better if it was a small P and then a capital ASS.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
That would have been funny.
Yeah, still, don't give me any ideas. Don't give me any ideas. So, yes.
But we have an air quality alert.
Yeah, because of the fires brewing in Canada, I guess.
Yeah.
Canada's on fire again.
So it's supposed to hit a high of 72 here.
That's fine. That's
0% rain. Oh, and then at 7, there's a 1% chance of rain.
It's about when the seagulls start flying over. Might not be rain. Live in a swamp, not Louisiana. Yeah, no kidding. Let Ethel know if you're getting rid of 100% wool blankets. I don't think we have any of those, hon. Do we have any 100% wool blankets?
No.
I think we got rid of all those.
I'm going to say no right away.
I probably sold all mine. Because
we don't do wool
we don't do a
blankets.
lot of wool, but I have tripped over them at estate sales, and if I had them, I sold them. 86 with 81% humidity. These are more.
We have 62% humidity.
Okay, there you go. It's 58 and 97% humidity. Not going outside today.
But the air is dry.
58? That's not bad, is it? It's just raining.
Rainy and cold. That's what that is.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. See? Weather. God dang it. How is it hotter for Debbie? I don't know, hon. You pick the area to live in. We all got something to bitch about here, I tell you. I'm not going to miss snow, and I'm not going to miss this wicked weather swingage.
Or frost.
Or frost, yeah. Or ticks. Let's talk about ticks.
Oh, yeah, we forgot to look that up. Yeah, go ahead. Now that Patrick and Veronica are gone, you
found a tick. So here's what's going on. Michigan. In the spring, the bugs come out. And I have, it's not a hatred. Yeah, it is. It's a hatred of ticks because they're nasty little bastards. We've dealt with them before on our animals. I try not to have them on me, and yet they show up. So a week ago, what was I doing? Somehow I was sitting out on the chair in the back patio, and something was walking across my hand. It was a flipping tick. I don't know where it came from.
Little one too.
They come out. They only come out at night. No, they crawl up things and drop on things. That's what they do. So yeah, they're nightmare fuel, all right. So I brushed it off, and Mary saw it, and it hit the ground, and I stepped on it. It didn't die.
We killed it.
She killed it with fire. It's cruel, but she did. So then after Patrick and Veronica leave, I'm sitting in this chair that I'm sitting in right now, and I felt something on my back. So I did this, and there was something there, and it felt like a bug. So I got up and looked, and in the chair was a tick. Yet again, another one.
They like her.
So I know I'm getting itchy just thinking about it. Bugs like mosquitoes, ticks, and fleas can spread a number of diseases in Costa Rica. Good to know. I will be covering myself indeed. But anyway, yeah. So another one, and I got a piece of tape and I stuck it to the tape and I went out and I showed Mary, and then I promptly threw that bitch away. So yeah, ticks are out.
Actually,
beware.
Actually,
and
I saw something where you should keep them in a bag or something, like a zippy bag, because in case you get that bullseye rash or something, if they bite you and you get that rash, you should keep so they can identify what kind of tick it was that bit you.
Okay.
And treat you thusly.
And treat me thusly. Okay. It didn't really bite me.
No, I know. That's why I'm telling you now.
Yeah. Okay. But I will from now on bag up my ticks. So there you have it. It's not fun. I don't like it. And I will deal with them in Costa Rica. But for some reason in Michigan, they're finding me like crazy. And it's making me itch. Making me itch. My favorite thing is, would you check me for ticks, please? Yeah, no kidding.
Did that when I was with my ex in Missouri before he was an ex. Yeah.
Check me for ticks.
They loved him too. It was like, holy crap.
Always check me for ticks. My kid had a rash a while ago and panicked. I think it was a ringworm. Yeah, ringworm.
That's not if
it's itchy, that's a fungus. It's not really a worm. It's a fungus. And it's just, it's epidural. It's cream. There's a cream for that. There's a cream for that. There you go. It's gonna, check me for ticks, baby. That's the new love language. Here we go. Not great either, but at least no brain damage. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, we know of.
Yeah, true.
That.
Well, true. Yeah, because Lyme disease is no fun. Yep. That's it. There is a cream for that. It's basically the same cream that they use for athlete's foot. It's the same kind of fungus. I appreciate the science behind keeping them. Yeah, I am more of a fan of setting them on fire as well. Burn them with fire. Kill them. That's why if you have opossums, depending on how you pronounce it or how you word it, be kind to them little bastards because they eat ticks. They're like little tick-eating machines.
And they don't carry rabies.
Yes.
They're ugly as sin.
They're ugly as sin, and they look like pissed off rats, but they're,
yeah, they look like giant.
And coconut oil. Oh, good. I didn't know about
like giant rats, but we love them because
that is a fungus among us.
They eat grubs and stuff.
They eat all the
ticks.
Eat the ticks. In fact, they can have all mine. I want tick vision, is what I want. I want the ability. If I had a superpower, if somebody said you can have any superpower right now, I would pick tick vision. I would want to be able to see ticks a mile away. You know what I mean? I want to be able to look out into an area I'm going to either be in or sit down in or stand up in and I want to be able to see every tick in the area. Why not? There we go. Don, yes, I have a bag of ticks. I need to keep them just in case.
I don't think that would fly because they don't want.
And the TSA would be like, bag of tricks? No bag of ticks. Nope, I got a bag of ticks.
No, they would be talking to you for a while.
I think I get a bit ticked off.
Don't make me miss the plane.
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, Debbie and Max, guys, welcome. Debbie and Max. You guys are too funny. Yes, the I just want tick vision. I want tick vision. I want to be able to see ticks, no matter where they are. I want to be able to see them in my home, outside, anywhere near me. If like a little green light or something that like, you know, $6 Million Man kind of vision. I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to pull that off.
Well, considering they now have these things that they can put on your arm and stuff, and it can see the veins to make it easier to stab you.
The phlebotomist?
Yeah.
The phlebotomist. Wow, well, that was an interesting looking creature. Is that bugs of Costa Rica?
Yeah.
Talk about biodiversity. That is a trip. Is it a moth or is that a bee? Speaking of bees, that's another story.
It was in Sarchi.
We had an exterminator come today and spray some bee holes.
It's a polka dot
Take that anywhere you want.
Or a scarlet-bodied wasp moth.
Wasp moth.
Yeah.
Wasp moth.
So, the reason I'm doing this is because there's some creepy ass bugs down there.
And there's no touchies. Don't touch it.
Yeah. So we already know pretty much don't touch the pretty frogs.
And
right?
Yeah. To me, I would be don't touch any damn bugs either because I don't want to touch any of them.
So there's a Facebook group because there's always a Facebook group. So there's Bugs in Costa Rica that somebody started.
Take me to your leader, really? Yeah, but I do. I want tick vision.
So I joined this group because, you know.
And it doesn't give you the willies just looking at that group?
Well, I try to distance myself mentally from it, but I kind of want to know what
as I withdraw into my little
I kind of want to know what I'm up against.
As I withdraw into my little shell.
So
that's the one.
That's the one.
It looks like an anemone.
It looks like it belongs in the ocean.
It does, but it's not.
All right.
It's a caterpillar.
So that's a caterpillar.
There you go.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch the furry, fuzzy caterpillars.
It'll sting your ass. It
is an Automaris caterpillar. And it will sting you, and then you will be in pain for at least 48 hours. So basically, yeah, there's things there that want to hurt me.
TC at you. Sorry, man. TC's lost sound, and everybody's like, yeah, it's you. TC has more problems with his computer than I care to even mention. Poor guy.
So yeah, now we know. Don't touch the pretty frogs. And you probably shouldn't put your finger in front of a parrot or anything because.
Oh, I'm not stupid.
Yeah,
I know birds.
Fingertip.
I don't.
And yeah, don't touch the fuzzy, pretty looking caterpillar.
Well, nothing likes to have a finger put in his face. You know what I mean? Don't poke at a bird. Don't point at it.
I think there are toads.
Yeah, look at this. Some you can, but some you shouldn't.
I think there are toads, but you're gonna have to Google this.
He's talking about the psychedelic.
Exactly, yeah. And I think it's toads, not frogs, that people sometimes lick.
Or maybe he's just into frog licking. We don't know, and we don't judge. All right, I had to restart my browser. Something is going on with Firefox. Really?
Or your computer, dude.
Or wow, just go right there. That sucks, dude. Sorry. What are the other options besides Firefox? There's Google, of course, but it's not.
I mean, it's Firefox. That's your problem right there. It says Veronica.
There's Opera.
Okay, I'll give you this one. He says it's not just him.
Other Firefox users are bitching about it. Problem is, Firefox is a decent alternative to Google and Microsoft, whatever. And
Debbie says they have that same kind of caterpillar in Louisiana. It hurts like hell and you get a bad reaction. Yeah, pretty much.
Damn. Nice to know it's not just in Central America that people can get poked by nasty caterpillars. I thought you want to switch to Opera, but not while I'm still in need of several reselling extensions. Yeah. Yep.
We had to use Firefox. We use Chrome.
So we use Chrome.
But we had to switch to Firefox because Whatnot was not working with Chrome properly. So we ain't got time for that.
But I also was using Firefox or Opera at one point because of I wanted to just differentiate between YouTube for Two Hip Chicks and Google kept throwing me into my my YouTube channel, which was just not even, not the same thing. So I had to separate the two just to keep them both active.
They all have pros and cons.
Yeah.
Some more pros, some more cons.
I use Chrome. I use both. Like for YouTube, we use Firefox right now.
However, I don't want to use Microsoft
anything else
web
actually
browser.
Protect people from crap. Unfortunately, they go overboard too often. Sometimes, yeah.
Well, I know Chrome is Google.
Yeah, Chrome is Google. And Google has enough power on its own, I guess. I have separate Chromes open, which are logged in work, and then one for play. Yeah, but it didn't it kept wanting to switch me out, which is annoying. So I just said, screw it. I don't have to deal with this. I'm doing it on, Firefox instead of Google.
Yeah, Edge is the one I won't use.
Yeah, so it used to be Microsoft Explorer. Now it's Edge. Edge is annoying.
Why not confuse people?
Yeah. Yeah, Opera won't use Chrome. Edge, period. Yeah.
And there you go.
And I don't blame you. You've got your reasons and rights, and I understand it totally. We use Google a lot because we have the Google Drive that we put all our stuff on. A lot of our
just because it's convenient.
It's not we don't store like photos and files and shit.
Well, I have stuff in Google Photos.
Yeah. Oh, you do? I don't.
Because the freaking phone uploads it automatically.
I don't. No, you can turn that off.
I have to figure that out. Right now,
you can turn that shit off. Yeah.
Yeah, because now I'm like using up.
Yeah, screw that. Yeah, Chrome is very convenient. It is.
Well, and because now Microsoft charges for using Word, Office,
all that fun stuff.
We're like
LibreOffice, great.
I'm like, no, I'm not.
Great Office type suite.
And especially
just make your peace with it. Yeah, no kidding.
Especially because
just make peace with it.
As a team reselling, it was nice having access to spreadsheets and stuff, so we both could be in it at the same time and working.
Not have to worry about it. Yeah. Not having to network our computers together and that kind of thing. Having fun trying to stomp out all the personal info Chrome is hovering over and selling everyone they want. Yeah, nothing important is really kept out there. And yeah, Chrome does that. We're aware of that. Remember, if it's free, you are the commodity, basically.
And yeah, and who reads the fine print, really? Except for Patrick.
Oh, maybe TC reads the fine print. I don't know. Yes, exactly. I know, right? So yeah, there are pros and cons to everything. The safest computer is one that's not hooked to the internet. There you have it. That's the way it works.
So you're saying
you can see Patrick's like, I can see TC read that. See? There you go. We knew you did. There you go. What am I saying? Excuse me, kids. What am I saying?
That I can go into one of these.
If you're using Samsung whatever software on your computer, when the phone plugs in, it automatically pops up. Delete that shit, and then you'll be fine. And then you just have to manually
move it. So can I do that from gallery?
I don't think so. You have to do it on your computer because it starts on your computer when you plug in your phone, right?
I've never plugged in my phone.
Well, how does it upload? Oh, then you may have it set up on your phone. I thought you meant when you plugged your phone in, it instantly went over. Because I took that Samsung crap off on my computer and it works fine now.
Let's see what this is say.
Big three: Firefox, Chrome and Edge, depending on what works best. Yeah. I haven't used Edge for a while, in a long time. And I only use Edge when it automatically pops up for something I'm doing or whatever. And then if it's just a one click, I'll click it and then go away. But I don't use Edge really for anything. Because I don't sign into my Microsoft account when I get on the computer, that kind of thing. So Edge doesn't pop up automatically. TC knows. Shit is what it is. Pen and paper, yes, preferably invisible ink. Yeah, for the really sketchy stuff. If anyone wants to steal my identity, yeah, they'll get the debt, but you'll probably have to pay for it. At that point, you just leave the identity behind. Just say, fine, you want my identity? You take it. Take my bills. Take my shit. I'm leaving. That's the way I look at it. I hate how PDFs pop up on Edge.
They do? Well, I don't use Edge.
Well, yeah. What do they do? I mean, when you download a PDF or something, they pop up funny? I'm not sure. The new version of Opera is really good. I know several people would recommend it, but I have trouble with them in the past. So still not sure. The people or Opera? Yeah, okay. I know what you mean. Safari, yeah, that was the other one. Safari. Wow. I can't watch my credits.
I have no idea how to turn that off.
Credit score. There's a YouTube video for it. I'll bet you. I'm in Vegas. I'll be in Vegas on eBay. You're going to eBay Open? Sweet. Mostly for tax write-off. Yeah, well, surely. 30th anniversary. Yeah, 2019. Before COVID, that was the last time they were in Vegas.
Cool.
Oh, man. Very cool. Have a good time, buddy.
Pictures. We want pictures.
Yeah, but whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. See? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Veronica, do they do credit scores in Germany? That she's talking about. She's like,
I'm sure they have some kind of, record of. Is it used to give you credit, or I mean the banks have to do credit scores. They're banking. It's international banking.
No, I think that's what I'm asking. Is credit score a U.S. thing?
I don't know.
Kind of, but whatever I do here financially wouldn't affect me there. Oh, that's good.
That's good. We're good. Rack up some debt. Go, girl.
Yeah, good luck finding her in Germany.
Just before you leave. Yeah, good. Find me in Germany for that money. Yeah, win big. No kidding. Are you going to gamble? That's my question. Of course, Patrick's eye goes right to what he's meal motivated. That's right. Take pictures of the buffet, baby. They don't have as good a buffets as they used to, from what I hear. The email link I sent you other night, the one with our old show. No, I did not. You sent me an email link. I did not. Wonder why I didn't.
Because our brains have been engaged elsewhere.
Okay. I don't see it. No, can you resend it? Sorry, I didn't get it. No, I didn't get it at all. I mean, usually I'll see, if nothing else, I'll see on my phone that he sent me something.
Oh, Greg's taking his mom. Oh, that'll be a hoot.
Hey, that'll be fun.
And renting her a scooter.
There. Germans not tend to credit so much. Need to be in bed. Yeah.
They'll resend it now.
Flip the switch on your brain not to care. That's cool. That's cool. Stay at a nice place. Take your mom. I love that idea.
I like that. That's very nice.
We've taken mom in a previous life, my other relationship. Momster went with us to Vegas. That was kind of fun. Let's see. Monica, yes. It should be hot. Yeah. Oh, thank you, dear. Appreciate it. Yeah, Vegas is a little toasty.
But they have a lot of air conditioning buildings, I understand.
They do. I'm just freezing my ass off here.
The time to have gone to Vegas, I think, is back in the day when steaks were like $5 or something.
Well, yeah, for Patrick especially. That would have been a good time to go to Vegas.
Christina, long time no
Christina,
see.
what are you doing, sweetie?
Hi, honey. No meeting?
One of the few days when she doesn't have a
I
meeting.
know. Well, she usually schedules meetings. So
Something for you to listen to while you pack. Oh, okay. Thank you. I will check it out. Terrifying. August in Vegas. Yeah, you will be inside most of the time.
See? At 1:30,
she does have a meeting, guys.
Well planned, though,
Yeah.
dear.
Good
Well
job.
planned.
Good job.
Because it's after we get off
Good
YouTube.
job.
So
Good job. For sure.
way to do it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I always, because both of us work corporate jobs.
Have in the past, yes.
Yes. And
worked.
And they're like, let's have a meeting at 7 a.m.
Why? Why?
You're lucky I'm in the door at 7.
Or let's have a lunch and learn or a lunch meeting. That's like bullshit. Are you buying me my lunch? Then I ain't coming. It's a pack your lunch and lunch and learns were always fun.
What? You don't work till 7 o'clock at night? No, I don't.
Lunch and learns weren't mandatory, but
they looked.
They looked.
They knew.
Yeah. So if they're doing a lunch and learn on something, you were strongly
encouraged.
It's
not mandatory, but strongly encouraged.
Strongly encouraged to attend. Which means you better have your ass there, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Or the quarterly meetings.
Yeah.
You're strongly urged.
Brown bag lunch lectures, exactly. It's like, yeah.
You're strongly urged to go to the quarterly meeting where all they do is talk with PowerPoint presentations, and it's like I am so flipping bored.
And then half the time,
I can't
at the lunch and learn, people just come in and sit there and not eat lunch. So if you're the poor schmuck that has your brown bag in front of you, and you're one of maybe 4 people in a 20-person room that has a lunch with them, that's kind of awkward as well.
I eat it. Not my problem.
Not my thing. Yeah, I know. So yeah, it was good times. Yeah. Brown bag lunch lectures. Yeah. The easiest. My boss will message me at 8 a.m. and he knows I won't answer until 8:30.
8:30, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Good boss. And it used to be that you would get a snow day. Especially living in Michigan. Because of where we live, we get a lot of lake effect snow, right? And it used to be like they would close
the building.
They would close the building and just say stay home
and be
safe.
Not anymore.
Now not now, but when we used to work there, you call into the snow line or whatever the hell they called it.
It was the hotline.
And they're like,
weather line.
The campus will be open.
Yeah.
You're encouraged to come to work if you can safely do so.
Yeah. Nope, if it's safe for you to do so, you may come to work and, but they never said, the weather's turned to absolute shit and we're not going to have the building open. The only time you ever got the message the building wasn't open is when there's a power outage and they could not have people in the building at the time of the power outage because the toilets wouldn't flush.
Or there was a water main.
Leak. That was another reason.
It's a health code violation.
Yeah. So, but then they'll tell you the building's closed. But other than that bitch is open 24/7.
And they really hated it that they had to send everybody home.
Yeah.
Like they would wait until the last minute.
Not that you could do anything in a dark building.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Because they're dark because there's very few windows.
The computers aren't working. There's nobody has a typewriter. You can't, the phones would work. No, maybe the phones were down too. I can't remember because they were internet-based phones. They might have, no. Don't die. You just encourage them to work.
Yeah.
Cover your shit, basically.
There was a time when I was in high school, and my high school was a private Christian school, and it was closer to Grand Rapids, and I lived out in the sticks, or the cornfields, however you would like to describe it.
Yeah.
And our road ran north and south, and the wind blew west to east, and they always drifted, right?
Yeah.
So they, in their infinite wisdom, and there's a lot of country kids coming to this school.
Yeah, I know. Now they can't school all the time. But they don't do it for work.
So my high school decided to have school that day. And my mother called in and said she won't be there.
There ain't no way in hell she's getting
because
out of
there's 3-foot drifts in the road and she can't drive
Yeah.
the duster, which is like 6 inches off the ground.
Are you supposed to hike out to the main road?
Yeah, right.
Hitchhike? I don't know.
Snow day for me.
Snow day. Yeah, exactly.
And there was one time I worked at Whirlpool when I lived in Coloma, and there was a couple feet of snow in the driveway, and it was up against the garage and stuff like that. And I called my supervisor, and I said, "Are you going to work?" And she's like, "No, I'm snowed in." And she's, "You?" And I said, "Yeah,
yeah, snowed in.
We pay somebody to come plow the snow. I'm not going out and shoveling."
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm snowed in.
I'm snowed in. I ain't shoveling shit. You can't make me.
Nope.
Yes, paid snow days are great. When I was in high school, the town kids always had to show up to school. The farm kids got to stay home. Yeah.
Okay, there were days when we'd have maybe 3 kids in class because we had to be there. Oh yeah. And you lived right across the street. Dude, I'm so sorry.
No, you don't want to live right. It might be handy on days when you're running late, but other than that,
and you could go home for lunch.
Yeah, it's not great. Not a great place to be. I was wondering about those kids who lived like right across the street from school.
Well, did you used to walk to school?
Yeah. Yeah. And no, it wasn't uphill both ways in a snowstorm, but I did have to walk. Yeah. I could take the bus or I could walk to school. The bus was 6 blocks away from my house.
And school was?
The school was a mile away.
Oh, you moved the wastebasket.
I did. Do you want the wastebasket?
No,
it's right here.
I'll throw this away later.
So yeah, on occasions when I didn't feel like getting on the bus with a bunch of heathens, I didn't get along with my classmates. Then I would walk just because, or if I missed the bus, I suppose that was the other reason. But yeah, wait, now the school bus stops are where there's it's not like they pick you up at your house and then they go pick up the next kid at the next house, right? This was y'all had to show up at the grade school, which was 6 blocks away, and wait for that damn bus to show up.
Seriously?
Oh yeah.
They didn't drive around the neighborhood and pick up.
No. It was a centralized bus stop, baby. Yes. You've never heard of that?
No, because I went to private schools. So, and the thing is,
I went to that. I was welcome to the jungle, baby.
You went to public schools.
Welcome to the jungle. Exactly. I was there. You had to get there 15 minutes early. Just they wanted you there that long. Yeah, but yeah, and then you waited forever for the damn bus to come pick your ass up. And of course, kids got beat up at the bus stop. Shit happened at the bus stop. There was throwdowns at the bus stop. Sick kids who went to school because their mother made them go to school were thrown up at the bus.
Hey, Steph.
There was stuff. Hey, Steph.
Hey, we're talking about going to school in the wintertime where there's snow.
Or bus.
Square pizzas. See, we didn't have a cafeteria.
Square pizzas were the thing, man.
I never
thin crust square pizzas and sausage or pepperoni. Oh,
I didn't have a cafeteria at my school until I went to college.
Should have been a lunch.
We had hot lunches, and one week would be hot dogs on a Wednesday, or the next week would be sloppy joes.
School was nowhere near anything. The whole compound was in between cornfields in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, dude.
Well, you were definitely bussed in then, unless you were children of the corn. There you go. My mom was our school lunch lady. Well, it was great for her then.
Yeah, but there's no way he's not going to school then.
Yeah, you can't go home for lunch if she's working. That's true. Yeah, you were there. You were stuck. You were just stuck.
So at least did you get free lunches since your mom was
Sloppy Joe's
a lunch lady?
Yeah, you would think he probably got leftovers or whatever too. Hey. At my original junior high, they shut down the cafeteria the year before because of a failed levy. They had the vending machines for food, and that was They did have vending. When I was in junior high, which is middle school nowadays, I guess. I was in seventh grade.
Tell me you're old without telling me you're old.
7th grade, they had installed. This is the first year they did this vending machines in the cafeteria area, which were keyed for fresh food, and they had apples, carrot sticks, stuff like that in the vending machine. Those things never got used, I swear to God. But yeah, that they did that. You could get an apple from the vending machine if you were hungry.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Because kids want to spend money.
it was like 50 cents, I think. I can't
Hard-earned
remember how much.
money.
I can't
Yeah,
remember.
but think about how much 50 cents bought us back then
Mhm.
in 7th grade.
Might have been a quarter. I can't remember. I don't know. But yeah,
I mean, we could put $2 of gas in our car.
I know a pencil cost 10
And-
cents
and get
because they had
gas.
pencil. Did you have a pencil dispenser?
No.
A vending machine for pencils? We had them.
Seen where I growing up?
We had them. Everything was monetized back
We didn't have vending machines.
Well, there you go. Yeah, you were always, yeah, no kidding. Well, you're right across the street. I guess that would work. Wasn't bad. Two cold food machines, one hot food machine, snack candy machine, and 2 drink machines. One of the healthy stuff and one for soda. Yeah, we only had one vending machine. It was chock full of
Healthy choices.
healthy choices.
Because yeah, mom's giving you $2 for lunch and you're not spending on an apple and carrots.
No, I'm not. No, you could buy a regular lunch too, though. That was the thing. The ice cream machine. We didn't have an ice cream machine.
I had to brown bag it.
Yeah, most of the time I did.
And they finally built a McDonald's
That's
my
right.
like before my senior year in high school.
Anybody else freeze sodas for the next day and say, yeah, we've had them explode? Sure. We've done that. We put sodas in the freezer and forgotten that they were there.
I try not to do
I
that
try not to do that either.
because I will forget and I don't want to clean up the mess. So I just don't do that.
Grades K through 12 in the same building. That was small town, man. We were not that small town. We were in Grand Haven, Michigan, where they had K through 12 or K through 6, 7th, 8th, and 9th grade, and then you went the rest of the way to high school. So with three grades in the
God, I feel so country.
Before country was cool. There you go.
Yeah, we brown bagged it.
Yeah.
But when you were a senior in high school, then you could go off campus.
Yeah.
And go to McDonald's. Because they just built one by 131 and 68th Street.
Damn.
And then that was your privilege. You got to leave for lunch. But if you were younger than that, if you weren't a senior, you couldn't go.
Once you could drive, you could go.
Or if you knew somebody who drove.
Yeah.
Those
So-
are the rules.
Yeah. Once we could drive. And I didn't drive until, my last year. Because I didn't have a car. I mean, I could have driven mom's car. But I was driving. I never really drove to high school.
That's because you lived in the city.
I would kind of walk to high school, but there were parking for kids to drive. And of course, my high school days were a blur anyway because I spent a lot of time hanging out outside, skipping school. So that's the kind of girl I am. But I still got my GED and I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're
Yeah.
very smart.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, you're such a sweet. I'm keeping her.
I have like a
Alright.
20-minute plus drive
That's a long way.
to high school. And then the bus, which the church owned and then picked up for 3 different school. So Moline Christian, Byron Center Christian.
Was this the
and
bus
high
that had
school.
like no floor back by the wheel wells? Is this the bus I'm thinking of?
Well, actually, there was a bus that the back window, because it was one of those
Yeah.
curved windows, and the bus driver had backed up into something and broke the window. So
Taped it up.
yeah, that was fun. I think it was the same bus driver who sideswiped a car full of high school students while pulling out of the parking lot of the high school.
This guy drive a lot?
We were at the point where all of us were telling our parents that
Don't let us-
Mr. Baker had to go
Mr. Baker.
because scary dude, man. Nice guy, scary dude though driving. And we were all screaming, like everybody's up against the window, like don't pull into the right lane. And the kids in the car, you can see their faces, and they're like freaking out because this big yellow bus is gonna like push them.
Mm-hmm.
To keep Mary. Why are we keeping me?
Because I said I'm going to keep her.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
a keeper.
Oh, thanks. I totally missed that.
Let's see. Did anyone have a smoking section for the kids?
No, it was illegal.
They had. It was not.
It was frowned upon.
It was frowned upon. But back behind Auto Shop, you snuck around the corner. There was one wall. I believe it was the north wall of the building. There were no windows. There was no surveillance back then, right? There wasn't any like.
Oh, there's no cameras or
There's no
anything.
cameras, but they did have like teachers that would walk around the building once in a while. You
Just
could
to get away from you kids.
everybody, yeah, no shit. But mostly it was to make sure we weren't doing anything stupid. So outside of auto shop, you could go along that north wall there, and kids would smoke. There is where the kids would smoke. That was their smoking area.
What? Say it ain't so.
And I will keep Mary. Thank you very much. It's 1:00 already, guys. Thank you. Let me see. Veronica says in high school, yeah, there's an area of school property where the kids could smoke. Yep. Yeah. They didn't hassle us much, but they did hassle us. I remember that. They had smoking teachers lounge inside, but no kids. Sneak around the building and smoke. Exactly. That's what you had to do. Yeah, I know. Fun times, baby. All right. I guess we got to go. Love you guys. Take care. We will be back Thursday, our 500th episode, and we will play estate sale bingo.
Yeah. So we're gonna celebrate by playing estate sale bingo.
That's how we celebrate it. What?
Because we don't do that every Thursday or anything like that. It's special. We'll try to find one with wood paneling.
It's tough to do something special because we're in such a transitional phase right now.
Yeah, like we ain't got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. I ain't got time to edit anything cute or anything like that. So
we're gonna get 2-hour show on Thursday. Honey, I wish we could.
We can't.
We can't.
We got stuff to do, baby.
We can't.
Stuff to do. But we will try to maintain our upload schedule at least. But stop it.
It's not gonna happen. She works a part-time job.
Yeah, I have to be gone by then.
And I'm not carrying on without her.
There you go. All right, kids. Love you all.
We do love you, Mitka.
Yeah, love you all. We'll see you Thursday. Peace out. Take care of yourselves.
See ya.
2 hip kicks.